Going to start the show. We are starting the show. Hello to wonderful you out there. I am glad to have you on the Secret to Success show live on Instagram. I am Kenneth Onwuzuka, your success, happiness, and smile coach, and the host of the Secret to Success live show on Instagram. My mission is to help you achieve success, happiness, and smile in your life. I truly believe that we are created to live an amazing life on earth. It is with all of my heart, my soul, my mind, and all of my body that I wish for you to achieve success and enjoy life more significantly. On that note, I want to welcome you to another section of the Secret to Success live show on Instagram on the theme Learn to Earn Massive Money on the Internet. A story of a young Nigerian who has made millions working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet. I'll be having this distinguished guest, this special young man who has made millions working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet, discuss and show us how to earn massive money on the internet. This is how the show is going to be. After the brief introduction I'm doing, we are going to, the next thing is the citation of our distinguished guest, and then we will begin the interview section proper, which will last for 35 minutes. And after that, we'll proceed to question and answer section. That is the period where you can ask any question and you will get your answer directly from our guest. At that period, for me to take your question, you will be required to type your question and I will read it out and our guest will attend to it. So then we'll have announcement, and then we'll have announcement and we close. Therefore, I want to implore you to sit back and relax as I bring in our guest, our distinguished guest. Our guest is coming on. He will soon join us in a moment. And while we proceed to the citation of the distinguished guest. Citation of the distinguished guest. I'm waiting for our guest to join up. I'm waiting for him to join up. He will soon join us. He will soon be joining us. I'm bringing him on. In a moment, he will be with us. Our guest is coming up, and I will proceed with the
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I am glad to have you on the show. I'm glad to have you on the show. I'm finally glad to have our distinguished guests join us on this show in the person of Joseph Emeka Odoh. I was talking to him about coming to share his secret and success journey while I was writing the Secret to Success book. And I'm glad you are finally here with us for accepting my invitation. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We'll proceed with the citation of our distinguished guests. Citation of the distinguished guest, Joseph Emeka Odoh, the CEO of Softwork Computers, an ICT hub in citation of the guest, Joseph Emeka Odoh, on the team Learn to Earn Massive Money on the Internet. Joseph Emeka Odoh is the CEO of Softwork Computers, an ICT hub in Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria. This is a young man, especially has made millions and is still making massive money working on the internet, working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet. He has mentored countless successful men and women equipping them with computer mediated, and he has achieved a lot towards the financial success of the youth by equipping them with various computer skills such as graphic design, Microsoft, web designing, copywriting, copy editing, freelancing, and many others too numerous to mention. Joseph Emeka Odoh will be showing us today on this show how he will be giving out hot tips on financial success working on the internet, including sharing his success story working on the internet, how he has earned dollars and other foreign without answering anyone. And also, he will be talking on mini importation, how he started importing with just 5,000 naira from the comfort of his home with his smartphone. And he will be showing us how he has made millions working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet. Ladies and gentlemen, join me and welcome no other person but our distinguished guest in the person of Joseph Emeka Odoh. Let's put our hands together for him wherever you are. He's coming up. I think he's having network issues. Permit me to bring him on in a moment. Permit me to bring him on in a moment. We have people who are joining in. We are just through with the citation of the guest, and because of those who are joining us in, I'll be recapping on the citation of the guest briefly. Because of those who will be joining us in, I will be recapping on the citation of the guest. because of those who will be joining in, I'll be recapping on the citation of our distinguished guest. Joseph Emeka Odoh is the CEO of Softwork Computers, an ICT hub in Abuja, a special young man who has made millions and still making massive money working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet. He has mentored countless successful men and women on computer-mediated work through his ICT hub, and he has achieved a lot towards the financial success of our youths by equipping them with various computer skills. Today on this show, our distinguished guest, who has done it and is still doing it and has showed countless of people how he has earned massive money on the internet and they are earning for themselves, will be giving out hot tips on financial success working on the internet, including sharing his success story, and he will be discussing how he is earning dollars and other foreign currency from the comfort of his home without answering to anyone. And he will be discussing how he started importing from overseas, that is mini importation, with 5,000 naira with just his smartphone. And he will be showing us today how he has made millions working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet. Sir, I welcome you once again to the Secret to Success live show. Okay, he's trying to take his time. Okay, he's getting ready to join us on the show. I thank you so much for those who are joining us on this show. Today it is going to be massive. And like I say, I want to assure you my mission is to help you achieve success, happiness, and smile. Our guest is back, and welcome, sir. I am glad to welcome you finally on the show. We have talked about having you on this show since June. I'm glad you are here. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation. Let's welcome him wherever you are with a round of applause. Sir, you're welcome. You're welcome. I am humbled, sir. It's an honor to have you on this show.
Thank you. I'm also honored.
All right. Thank you, sir. My first question to you is, when did you start working on the internet and how did you start?
I'm glad to be here. As you have said, the journey and the hustle is real. I started in the year 2015. That's when the whole stuff started. So then I just graduated from secondary school. So I started looking for how to make money online, and I came across importation, mini importation first. So that's the first thing I did while I started making money online. But as somebody who is not good at selling, I had to change my path, which is what led me to do freelancing services. You understand? So the journey started in 2015, and I think this year makes it 5 years I've been working online. You understand?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So what have you achieved so far working on the internet? What are your achievements? I would like to know about that.
I have achieved just few things because my dream, I've not achieved everything I've dreamt of. So I'll just say few things out of all that I've dreamt of achieving while on this earth. I think I've been able to open an ICT hub here in Abuja. Understand? Because when I started, I was working with people, understand, rendering ICT services. But as I started working online, I made a lot of money, which is what I used to open a business for myself. So that's what I've been doing offline and then online. I use my office as my office, offline and online. So I was able to put something that is generating money offline while achieving for those I have to get on the internet. So that's what I was able to do. And then, family, I have to support them. So those are my achievements so far.
Wow. You are humble, you are simple, And this is I know that there are some information you people that are rich, you people don't like to disclose, and but this is a practical class, and I want to assure you that it is my mission for my audience to succeed, and that is why I started this class, because I wanted to give them a practical first-hand experience. So I want to ask you, you started in 2015 and you have opened an ICT hub courtesy of working on the internet from the comfort of your home. And you have also achieved a whole lot of things. You have trained a whole lot of people. You have achieved a lot of things. Last time we were talking, you were telling me you would like to build very soon. And I really appreciate, and the host of other things you have done, which I know that in the course of this show, you'll be discussing about them. Now you have clients around the world. How do you receive payment from them? Like, some of these people pay in dollars, pay in naira. How is that possible? How are you able to receive your payment from various clients around the world? How are you able to do that?
After I switched from importation to freelancing, the first thing I dived into is using the platform called Fiverr. So that's the platform I was
Oh,
using. And I even still use it to date. So I use Fiverr, and one of their withdrawal method is called Piona. So while I worked on Fiverr, I received money using Piona. It is spelled Payoneey, Payoneer. So that's the method I use to withdraw. And having an account with Payoneer, they send you a debit card to Nigeria here. So you can easily withdraw your money from the ATM in Nigeria here. Even when you receive dollar currencies, you can still withdraw them in Naira here. And for the offline clients, some of the clients I have, like on Facebook, I have on Twitter, and those that have their details on WhatsApp. Some of them have received money via PayPal. Some of them still use TransferWise to send you money here in Nigeria. So those are the ways I receive money while working on the internet. So
okay. Now, I would like to ask you this direct question. Like, how much have you been able to earn on Fiverr alone?
on Fiverr, the thing is that I have different accounts. On Fiverr, you don't depend on one account. But there's this oldest account, the first account I created on Fiverr, the oldest account I started with. I think there is about $14,000 or more there.
2000.
Dollars.
How much?
14.
2000. $14,000. Oh my God. $14,000.
Yeah,
Okay. Go on. Go on.
people are making a lot of money there. I think within I have friends who I happen to be the person who brought them into Fiverr and freelancing, and I had to just guide
Wow.
them how they can render certain services. To work on Fiverr, you need to learn a skills. You understand? You need to sell a service. So some of these services I was selling, I have to just coach them on how to render them on Fiverr and how they started. Some of them are doing very well. Some even are doing better than me. So that's the dream, Sha. That's then, yeah.
Kudos to you, sir. Kudos to you, sir. Now, what have been your greatest challenges working on the internet? Have you experienced any challenge at all?
And there's always
Have there
challenge.
been up?
There's always challenge in everything you do, no matter how easy it is. You understand? So working on Fiverr, one of the issues we had is the trust is not there for Nigerian market. People who are working from Nigeria, the trust is not there. So it has been God all the way, and then the service you render, if you render quality service, you have this assurance that people who you serve will return. So to start with, if you don't know, Nigeria is one of our problems based on the fact that Nigeria prince is running everywhere. So if you are not too good with your service and you don't really know what you are doing, to survive on the platform is very difficult. And then people who don't actually know how to use like where they can receive money and all those things are another problem. Like PayPal now, to use PayPal, you cannot do it. Understand? As a Nigerian, you cannot use PayPal. So even the PayPal I'm using, one of my clients opened it for me. So the client opened the PayPal account and I'm running it from Nigeria here. So that's how I'm running my PayPal account. But as a Nigerian, and I'm not allowed to run a PayPal account, which is one of the choices clients will always make when they want to send you money. They say, "Do you have PayPal?" And if you don't have, you have an issue. Understand? Some of them may even leave
Yeah.
you because with PayPal they can easily get their money back if you try to scam them. But if it's other platforms, once the money is sent and then you have withdrawn, there will be a problem. But with PayPal, the person might have rights to get the money back if you didn't offer the service you promised to offer. So that's one of the choices clients always make when they want to use your service. They tell you, do you have PayPal? And if you don't have PayPal, you have a problem. You may possibly lose that client if he or she does not want to use other medium to pay you. So that's one of the problems we have working as a Nigerian on all these freelancing platforms. Yeah.
So, oh, okay. Now, for somebody who wants to start working on the internet, are there special secrets or special skills or a technical know-how required for someone who wants to work online? You know, Nigerians have challenges to work on Fiverr and other platform, which we are soon going to come to that. So, are there any secrets, for somebody who want to start working on the internet, a special skills or a technical know-how for them to start working on the internet?
It depend on you cannot work online to offer. You get me? You cannot work on
Yes.
it if you don't have any service to offer. So first of all, one of the tactics, or let me say technique, you have to apply is for you to master your skills. There's something you need to know. If you master your skills and you happen to gain a client, there's an assurance that the client will continue to come back. If you get to that, if you are the type that doesn't know, even if you gain a client, you may not be able to survive, understand, offering your service on on those platforms. Like if you are working on Fiverr, there are methods you can apply to survive, understand. Like on Fiverr, you can find a friend to buy your gig and give you a review, understand, like a fake review somehow, but that service will
Okay.
be to your friend, say your service and is satisfied,
Can you
understand.
can you come again? Can you come again? Can you come again? I beg your pardon. Network interruption came up.
Okay,
Yes, I can get you now.
what I said was, if you want to sell a service on Fiverr, there's what is called gig. Gig is like the services you are offering, and on this gig, this is can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly loud and clear. So please kindly recap.
Okay. What I said is, when you're working on Fiverr, like Fiverr now, if you're working on Fiverr, we will list what is called gig. That's you list your
Oh,
gig on the platform, and then people who bought your gig are meant to drop a review of how satisfied they are using your service. You understand? So if you
Yes.
get your friend to buy your gig and drop a review, see the review your friend dropped, then buy your service from there. Understand? Because somebody has said he or she trusts you and you delivered. You understand? That's one of the technique there. You get? But first of all, even with the review your friend is going to give you, if you don't know your service, if you don't know what you're offering, it's still a problem. So the first thing you need to do is just learn your skills, make sure you are perfect with it, even if it will require you to go on the internet and offer that service for free just to master the skills. Do it first before you start selling it. Because if you gather bad reviews on an account, it means you are going to discard it. You get, because people are not going to buy from you if they begin to see poor reviews showing that you don't know what you're doing. So that's one of the technique now to work on Fiverr and other things that come with it. So that's just it for working.
Um,
I'm hearing you.
are, are there other things you like to mention? Other skills? Like,
Uh,
is it only on Fiverr that you worked, that you have
I work,
worked?
I work on Fiverr. I work on Upwork. I'm still working on Upwork, though they are strict, very strict right now. But I still work on Upwork. Though it's not all those skills you can offer on Upwork now and survive it. So on Upwork, the survivor is easier if you know your job very well. Like if you are a pro and you have portfolio to show off to clients. Like on Upwork, you don't list gig. It is the client that will say he wants somebody who knows how to do this. So you are the one that is going to apply. Understand? You're the one that is going to apply for those jobs.
Yeah.
So if you're applying, you have to show off that you know this job very well. You have to perform better than every other person. Like to drop off a link to a portfolio where the client can go and look at it, and then you need to have copywriting skills and know how to nail a client to your own proposal. So that's one of the things that you have to do on Upwork. So if you are on Upwork, though the Upwork they streamline the number of number of sellers, or let me say people who offer services there, because when you are applying to work on Upwork and then you want to work as a content writer or web designer, your account may not be approved because there is enough designers already and there is enough writers already. Understand? So if you want to apply for an account there, you have to use a technique which is finding a service that is very that is unique, a service that people may not be offering so much on that platform. So that's the only way to get in. So when they approve your account, you can now change it to another service on its own. So if I want to get in, I can just say I'm a software developer, even if I'm not. Then when the account is approved, I can now change it back to web designer or content writer that do very well. So that's one of the techniques of surviving on Upwork. Another things there is just working with clients offline. Understand the other ways I use to make money online. I've only used Fiverr and Upwork, and others I get them from social media platforms.
Okay, Fiverr and Upwork, and then other people you recruit them from social media. Before we go into mini importation, um, I have a question for you on online. Like now, I know some persons are trying to act uh, pioneer when it comes to withdrawal and payment. Pioneer account, then paper, Nigerians are not allowed to have it. But if you have your pioneer card, yeah, can you withdraw it in Nigeria by yourself through ATM, or how do you do withdrawal method for pioneer card?
Yeah, you can withdraw it in any ATMs. The only thing that I've not tried out is withdrawing from POS. Withdrawing from POS is one of the methods I've not tried, but as for using the ATM. You can withdraw from the ATM. I have the ATM here. I'm going to show you, but I'm going to close some things. I'm sorry about that. So this is their ATM. You can see five
Okay.
written,
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Yes. Fiber. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I have to just close some of the information. This is
I
the ATM
understand.
sent me. So with this, I can withdraw money from the account I run with them. Understand? So if this gets lost, all you need to do is just go to their platform, chat the customer care, and they will block this one and send a new one. Though it will cost you $15 to get a replacement. So if you want it
Okay.
very fast, you will tell them you need it through DHL. They will send it through DHL. Understand? You get it in 5 days. But if you can be patient, you can tell them to ship it. Understand? Through normal shipping, and that one will get to you by like 15 days, 20 days. You get what I'm saying? So that's just the method we use to make withdrawal from the platforms we work with.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. How is it possible for someone to start importing with 5,000 naira and a smartphone? How did you do that? Let's talk about how did you start mini importation? How did you start importing?
The 5,000 I started with is just because I wanted to try the platform. You know this the 419 stuff and Mr. Nigeria Prince stuff that is trending everywhere. So the first thing I did was to try out if I can withdraw, if I can do import from China with 5,000. That's what I did in 2015. I think the reason why I didn't take that serious is the fact that we cannot sell on Jumia. The main plan then is to sell the product I import on Jumia. But as somebody who is based in Abuja, there is a limitation to where you can sell. So we couldn't sell. Okay, let me say I couldn't sell on Jumia. I couldn't sell on Konga. Understand? So that's one of the things that turned off my importation dream. Though I want to go into it later on because I know now that even if I'm not selling on Jumia, I can sell on Facebook with Facebook ads now. If you look at all these things that are selling on the on Facebook, you see ads running. Those some of those things are bought with let me say if they are selling it 10,000 naira, it is bought with 1,500 or 2,000 naira, but they sell it at that rate, and you pay on delivery and all those things. Things have changed because before you get somebody who will deliver your goods and then collect money on your goods is very difficult. But now they are everywhere. So you can easily just buy your product, give it to somebody who is going to deliver, and the person delivers and collect money on your behalf and send to you. So then what I imported was actually watch. That's what I imported then, just to try it out. So that then I imported 5 watches with 5,000 naira. I imported 5 watches then. Though I didn't think I made the right choice because watches are not products you can find buyers rapidly. I'm supposed to make good research before I buy product. Like if in my area there's no light, there's NEPA issue, that means power bank is going to sell very well. Understand? So I didn't do my research, I just bought something. So I bought few things, like the things I use, some of them were bought from there. I don't need to buy from Nigeria when I can just have patience. In 15 days I can receive my products from China. So that's why I bought. And things are easier now because there are agents in China who can just buy your product and in 7 days you have it, and you are going to buy it cheaper than where you normally buy from before, like 1688. If you are using 1688 to import, you can get somebody who is going to buy the product for you because those platforms as foreigners you cannot buy from there. So you have to hire an agent who just takes like 10% of whatever you are buying and do the ordering for you and then ship over to Nigeria. All you need to do is just pay the person his percentage. Understand? And when it gets to Nigeria, you pay the shipping company who ships it to you. Understand? And get it forwarded to Abuja if you are not in Lagos because all the whole delivery lands in Lagos. And that
Lagos. And that
That is just it.
Okay. Okay. So since you started importing from Watch, what have you imported so far? Because I know you have made a lot of improvement on your importation, on your mini importation.
The last I've heard so much because your record is echoing. I'm hearing myself.
Okay. Okay. Can you hear me now?
I'm hearing you, but I'm hearing myself.
Okay. Let me bring you back. Can you hear me now? Well, are you still echoing? Is it echoing?
I hear you now. Don't worry. Let's go.
Okay.
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 What I normally do and what everyone else do is I can hear myself.
Okay. Let me bring you back. Cut yourself so that I can bring you back. Okay, we are waiting for our guest to come up because of network interruption, and we're waiting for our guest because of network interruption. He has talked a lot. I am learning so much, and I believe you are also learning from this live show on the team. Learn to earn massive money on the internet. I think that this importation of I'm trying to bring our guest on. I'm waiting for him to come up. So from what I'm seeing, I see that this our class, this team learning to earn massive money on the internet will require practical class. So let's see what will happen at the end of the day. So now you are here, so can you proceed? You were talking about the
What
various
I
things you are.
like if you have friends or somebody who sells certain products, that's how you know you can get on the internet. All you need to do is just approach them and then tell them if they need this and if they need that. Understand? And then you tell them your price it. Understand? After you have seen the prices on the internet, you can just have an idea of what to price it when you are talking to them. And then they give you upfront payment. Then you use this upfront payment to buy whatever you are buying on the internet and deliver to them and collect your balance. So that is an idea of how you can just use a certain importing without having any capital at all. But one of the things I did then in importation is I worked with somebody. So some of the gadgets we were using then and what the man was selling, I was actually using my Fiverr pawn, the money I'm making from the internet to buy it, and then I collect the exchange rate and few other amounts for being the person who is buying this product. So normally when I want to buy, I can just collect like, let's assume it's happening now, I can collect like 450 per dollar, understand, in exchange. But now when I'm withdrawing, I withdraw 318 naira per dollar if I'm using the ATM now. But if I want to buy for somebody, I collect 450 or whatever black market is selling. Then buy the product to this person. You understand? Buy the product for this person, then take the exchange rate and I collect my allowance for buying for the person. The last thing I bought was a swimming goggle. Understand? Those are
Oh,
just personal use. I bought a swimming goggle, though it has not arrived. I'm asking.
so okay, okay, okay. Thank you so much. Like from what I'm seeing, I think this working on the internet in order to earn well and be successful at it will require coaching. I don't know if you will be able to have time to organize a class for people who will be interested, even though at a very, very less expensive and affordable rate. I don't know if you can look into that. We can work on that together. I really want people to understand that what we are doing here, we are serious about it. And I want people to start benefiting from it. I want I want you, sir, because you have achieved a lot and you have also mentored a lot of people. So I will be glad if you can mentor my audience so that I want people to have testimony who will know that what we are doing here, we are serious about this practical class. We are serious about people succeeding. I'm serious about people achieving success in their life. So I don't know. I know this is coming on set, but I don't know if you have something to say about it.
The thing is, just because of what you have requested, and then it needs to be something people will look at it as you are doing every step, like step by step as you are doing it. People need to just understand how it's done. Some of these things can be done with just mobile phones. Understand? So if the need be, I can use my phone, record the screen, and then show them how it's done and other things. So that's not a problem. That's not a problem.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. And we are going to work together after the show. We'll work on it and see how we can organize a class at the less and at an affordable rate for them. For those who are serious about earning massively online, learning mini importation, and also learning on how to earn dollars and other foreign currency. Now, thank you so much, sir. You have actually spoke extensively on how to earn massive money working on the internet. This is really, really wonderful. In fact, you're a busy person. I know the kind of person you are. Even being here, I know what you are missing out. You know, you are this kind of person. You even in the night you are working, in the morning you are working. Even though you have a manager, you are still working, and you are always busy, sir. So it is just 1 hour, but this 1 hour, I don't know what is causing you. Thank you so much for being here. Now we are closer to the end of the show, but before then we will begin our question and answer section. This is the period whereby our listeners, those who have been listening to us on the show, will ask questions and they will get answers. So, sir, this is the time for question. Before you go, I would like you to answer the questions that will be coming on. So, question and answer section. We're in question and answer section. Question and answer section. You can ask your question and get answer now directly from our distinguished guest. Question and answer section. Question and answer section. I'm expecting your questions. Be free to ask any question. Okay, I think, okay. All right, okay. I can see comment. Okay, somebody just asked, how do I get started? Okay, Masha, thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. I have the first question coming from Masha Osara Chuku, Coach Masha Osara Chuku, and he's asking, how do I get started on Fiverr? So can you throw light on that?
To start working on Fiverr, all you need to do is just visit their website www.fiverr.com. Fiverr is spelled Fiveeur. I think the name was adopted from the fact that services are offered from $5 and above. So each service is offered from $5 and above. from that platform. There are so many ways you can start working and then start surviving. But I think there's a way you can. It's not. I think there's a way you can start working and then you have a US profile. Understand? And then people can trust you easier. Just that the process is very long, and then you have to just know the website to get few things to work it out. So it's not something I can explain here. If I could, I would have done it, but it's very long. Understand? But you can work on Fiverr by just registering and creating gig. I don't really know how to tell you how to create gig here because it is just me saying it. Understand? But when you are on a platform, understand, like screen you are seeing, it will be easier for you to know the process you take. But I think it's something that you can do easily because it's just like creating a creating a Facebook account. The way you do it there is how you register on the platform. Understand? So you just register and then you roll.
Okay. Somebody just notified, just wrote in that he's patiently waiting for the mentorship class. We are going to look into that. I assure you, Benjamin Dave, I assure you we are going to look into that. My guests have accepted to mentor my audience for those who will be serious on how to earn on the internet. And I want it to be practical. It's going to guide you. So I'm seriously going to hold him after this show so that we can begin this mentorship class so that it will start and you begin to benefit on it. Now, I have a question for you, sir. The question I have for you is this. If you look at our economy right now, in this pandemic, it is getting worse. This is something that has visually affected every part of the country, not just Nigeria, Africa, Europe, Asia. It is a global situation. What advice do you have for somebody at this point? How can they adapt to the realities of now and be able to overcome, and not just overcome this pandemic, but shine in this pandemic, shine through it all? What advice do you have for those who are watching us and for those who will watch this video later?
I didn't get the question at a point. Your network had a small crack, so I didn't hear everything you said.
Okay, my question is, in this period of pandemic, our economic have become worse because of the global situations that Nigeria, Asia, Africa, Europe are facing as a whole. What advice would you have for who, what advice do you have for somebody? How can they adapt to the realities of today and be able to overcome, and not just overcome, but shine through this pandemic period? How? What advice do you have
Um,
for those
uh,
who are watching?
Based on what is happening, like the corona virus issues that's everywhere. I think few months ago we that are working on internet had issues based on the fact that contact customer care on Fiverr or Pioneer, it now take a longer period because people are not they have their staffs now working from home and just few of them in the office and all those things. So for you to be answered is reduced, and the number of time you have to wait for it to be answered have increased. Like sometimes you have to wait like 30 minutes where normally you will not wait for 30 minutes before you are answered and all those things. But if you are talking about freelancers now, how they survive, at some point a few months ago, some of us lose our contract. Like some of us are hired on monthly basis. Like they are expected to do this every month, do this for me every month, do this for me. And some of them will come to you and say, "We are out of business now," and then you have to stop whatever you are doing. So it affected us. But now that people are going back into understand their normal lives, understand people who are coming in now or whoever is freelancer can easily gain clients because people are now looking for who work with them. And aid much more than even what civil servants earn. So if you're working on Fiverr and you're earning good money there, having your money exchanged with the current rate in Nigeria, you are really doing well after each month. So working on Fiverr now that we have that dollar has corrected is the best bet. And so that's just what I have to say.
Okay. Thank you so much for your time. I think we'll stop here today. And since we're going to have a mentorship class for those who want to start earning massively on the internet, we have already exhausted. Five and ends by 6. So we have exhausted our 1 hour on the show, and we'll stop here today. And we have talked a lot. We have talked about how this special young man, our distinguished guest, Joseph Emeka Odoh, who has made millions working 2 to 3 hours daily on the internet, has been able to share his story, his success story with us, his secret and his recommendations and his remarks. He has talked about a whole lot of things. He has talked about importation. So thank you so much for your time, and thank you for coming on the show. So at this point, I will ask you to leave your last word with us. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I am blessed. You know, we are blessed on this show. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So
I want to say that if there is any opportunity for anybody to earn on the internet, they should go for it because things are going global, and then the way it is now, everything is almost sold on the internet. So if you know your way around using Facebook ads, then you can start importation and then own an e-commerce platform. So you can just be selling your products on the internet. All you need to do is just have somebody who can be delivering these products, and that's all you need. No big deal, no leaving your house. You can just be in your house, and whenever somebody places an order, you drop it off on this waiting to anybody in that state who is going to do the delivery for you, and they will just deliver and then send your own portion of the money to you. So that's just how it's run now. Things are just going global. Some of the things we are using now are not bought online. So if you have to do any business, even if you have an online store, make sure you involve the internet. Make sure you involve the internet in whatever you're doing because things are going online, not is not in our father. Yeah,
thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you. That will be all. And I implore you to say goodbye to our distinguished guests for joining us on the show. Thank you. Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Thank you. God bless you. God
Bye.
bless you. Bye.
Bye for now.
Wow. It is massive. Massive. In fact, when I say massive, it has been hot on this show for the past 40 minutes. We've been talking about how to earn massively on the internet, how to start importation. We have talked about Upwork. We have talked about Fiverr. We have also talked about how you can receive your payment currency in Nigeria. And our distinguished guest, Joseph Emeka Odoh, did a very wonderful job by discussing extensively what it takes to earn money on the internet, what it takes to earn money. This is something he has done. This is something he's still doing.